Stephen A. Smith, the #1 sports commentator on ESPN, the flagship show being First Take, as you all know. He also has a podcast on YouTube called The Stephen A. Smith Show. Most of you have already seen it and have watched it a few times. I personally like some of his takes, some I don't, but like most of you, either love him or you hate him. Well, the topic of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, of course, mainly Caitlin Clark, is still looming around the ethers, the airways of the media. And as you all know, Caitlin Clark was left off of the USA Basketball Olympic team, the women's USA Basketball Olympic team.
Bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
And Stephen A. Smith went on First Take and he gave his opinion on why he felt it was a foolish decision to leave her off of the team. So we're going to watch the video and give our opinion, if you will, on why you or myself think that it was a foolish decision or not, okay? So stick with me, if you will, for a few minutes, if you don't mind. And without further ado, welcome to Normieville.
I can't say anymore. I'm probably already in trouble for mentioning it to a, well, we call you normies.
So as I said before, Stephen A. Smith did not find this decision in good taste. And this is a clip here from First Take. Of course, you see my fair use banner across it. This came from via Twitter. It is on YouTube. I'll try to find a video and leave a link to it in the description box. You can watch it without my commentary. For all you stop pausing the video ninjas, for all you talk too much ninjas, a link will be in the description box so you can watch it without my interruption, okay?
Congratulations!
Anyway, we're going to get into it and react to it and break it down. So, because this is a widely publicized video, I have to give my fair use clause. So without further ado, fair use.
That you're wrong is that we don't care. Everything y'all said does not matter for this particular instance. We don't want to hear anything about Team USA. We know they won 7 straight goals. Put Andrea and Shanae up on this screen.
Now, before I continue, I did watch a little bit of this prior to this particular segment, and if I'm not mistaken, they were discussing how the ladies here on the panel, I believe they're also former WNBA players. They were speaking on the fact that Caitlin Clark being left off of the team was a good decision because she's a rookie and things of that nature. But they were talking about it from the basketball slash, I guess the rookie, the seniority perspective, right? She doesn't have enough time in or statistics or stats, whatever, to be part of the team. And well, Stephen A. Smith is going to break it down. Let's continue.
Look at them this whole segment when I'm talking to them. You just highlighted 7 straight gold medals. Oh my God. We're really worried that they're not going to get an 8th. Oh, we really worried. I mean, we got to make sure that spots 1 through 12, every single such spot that is picked. I mean, it's got to be, because it's pivotal, Shannon. I don't know if you noticed, Shannon, it's pivotal. I mean, they won 7 straight. They might not get 8. They might not get 8. Stop it. You know good and damn well, with or without Caitlin Clark, they're going to probably win the gold again.
And I believe that he's very correct in that.
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Just like the men's team, okay? They are most of the time the best team. Now, they're not always that way in recent years, but for the most part, they win gold medals. The women's team would be no different, okay? Unfortunately, we're not coming from that perspective. And Stephen A. Smith is going to continue with that.
That's not what this conversation is about. This is about what I will personally label the idiocy of Team USA women's basketball. How dare you make this decision? It's stupid. And I'm going to tell you why it's stupid. I want all the ladies on this squad to know every single one of y'all are deserving of it. Caitlin Clark does not deserve a spot ahead of any of the players on this roster, okay? If we're talking just basketball, you know we're not.
Enemy spotted.
There you go. And he's going to continue to add context of why he said that. It's stupid. I agree. If we're talking about just from a basketball perspective, of course he doesn't deserve to be on there. Unfortunately, we're not coming at this from a basketball perspective. Everybody's been talking, all the hubbub about, well, people should have been talking about the WNBA and it would have more, fans and more publicity if the men were talking about and blah, blah. Look, also there's been talk about, people have been demonizing Angel Reese and, it has stuff to do with the rainbow community and it also has stuff to do with color and all things like that. Look, there have been arguments made that the NBA wasn't that big until the whole Magic and Bird thing, right? So either it's a white player or it's a rivalry. Either way, we got Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. It's a rivalry. It's also white and black. Okay? Yes, the WNBA is largely part of the rainbow community. I mean, we're not going to get around that, unfortunately, right? But let's just keep it real. A lot of these leagues were lame until something popped off, and you got to ride that popularity as long as you can to get the WNBA to where you want it to be, if you genuinely want to be there, okay? Continue, Mr. Smith.
No, we're not. Let's harken back to the Dream Team in 1992. Remember when Christian Laettner was on that squad? Forget the other pro players. Forget the pro players. Forget the pro players. That's a given. First time NBA players were allowed to participate. Don't put that damn screen up when I'm talking right now. I want to see Shanae and Andrea, okay? The point is this. Those rosters, right? Those players were on there. Do you know that Christian Laettner also was chosen ahead of Shaquille O'Neal and Alonzo Mourning? You know why? He was a two-time national champion. He was a Wooden Award winner. And he was white. And he had his own cachet. He brought it to the table. He was a big-time collegiate player who was white and busting people's you-know-what. They couldn't miss. And they didn't need him. You had Jordan. You had Magic. You had everybody. And you still picked that dude. Why? It wasn't because of basketball, even though he had the basketball credentials. It was because of something else. And they didn't need the pub. But the WNBA does.
But the WNBA does. Yes, indeed, they do. Wait a minute. Hold up.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
The WNBA needs Caitlin Clark, whether you like it or not. Yes, we could talk about some biases there. The fact remains, everybody's talking about Caitlin Clark. I've even heard Umar Johnson talk about some stuff, which I might get into in another video. Because he's talking down on Caitlin Clark and some of the media people that have been talking up about Caitlin Clark, like Stephen A. Smith, like Shannon Sharp, okay? Also, he was talking again about Vanessa Bryant and the way that Kobe's parents were treated, some other stuff, but that's another topic. Getting back to the topic. The WNBA needs Caitlin Clark, right? Whether the players in the league, whether the opinion people or myself like it or not, they need her. Keep her off of the team. They still might win, but you want publicity. Again, you got to ride this wave of clout as long as you can. Same thing they did with LeBron. The same thing they did with Jordan. The same thing they did with Magic and Bird and everybody else that came along. Okay, Wade, everybody. When somebody's hot in your league, look at Mahomes. Okay, look at Brady. Everybody else, you got to ride it as long as you can. As long as they're winning, as long as they're making a name for themselves, as long as they're getting numbers. But the NBA or the WNBA, they seem to think they don't need her. Let's continue.
You got a max salary at $250,000. You had attendance, although it was trending in the right direction. Certainly
Don't worry about what's in the cup neither, because it's not just juice.
Wasn't where you wanted it to be. And as Shannon pointed out, just the other day, you got a team in the Indiana Fever with their struggling selves, struggling to win a damn game and be relevant. No team in the WNBA was worse other than the winless Washington Mystics, okay? And they went from 4,000 in attendance to 17,000. This girl is box office. I said a rising tide lifts all boats. what you do, especially if you're Team USA and you're trying to be globalized, it is an opportunity to globalize the WNBA brand. So people like Brittany Griner, you know, God bless her soul, and others don't have to go to Russia in the off season to play additional basketball to get extra income. They could stay right here if the sport elevates its popularity and you ladies start getting what you richly deserve. It's not.
Well, I believe that Stephen A. Smith laid it down quite flat. Yes, indeed. A rising tide lifts all ships, okay? In this particular instance, the more you lift up Caitlin Clark, and you know, it could have been anybody. It could have been Angel Reese. It could have been anybody. No matter the color, no matter the position, it could have been anybody. But again, it's Caitlin Clark right now, at this moment, at this time in the league's history. And nobody else in the history of the league has got this much popularity. So big up in Caitlin Clark now, and her time popularity will make everybody else more popular. Now, Umar Johnson did make this argument, which was valid in a certain perspective, okay? He said that, you know what, Angel Reese playing for her team, she's getting, her team is getting more ticket sales and things like that. That is true on an individual basis. However, we're trying to lift the popularity of the league, okay? Not just individual teams, okay? We're trying to get the popularity lifted of the entire league. And with that being said, an individual is not gonna be able to do it unless they have the popularity of outside people, aka all the men, all the women, everybody else. The more popularity one individual gets in the league, it globalizes it. It makes it more profitable for everybody else. Look what happened to Michael Jordan. Look what happened again, other names, LeBron. People around the world was watching those players. If we lift up Angel Reese to this on this pedestal, figuratively speaking, we can get everybody from around the world to watch the WNBA, to make it popular, to give it relevance, if you will. But we're not gonna be able to do that if people keep talking, you know, we don't need her, she's a rookie, blah, blah. Yeah, we get that. Everybody else that came through every sports league was a rookie at one point. They came in, they were popping, people rolled the wave. The league, the commissioners decided to ride the wave of this individual, and because they're also good play, the league got big, or even bigger than what it already was. NBA needs to take the same cue. I don't know if they will, but in any case, I think Stephen A. Smith said enough, right? So that being said, thank you for attending another episode of Normeville. You know me, I'm just over here to bring you the latest and greatest in sports, news, entertainment, and politics. Let me know what you think about Stephen A. Smith, his opinion, down in the comment section. And please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell on your way out of the door. And I will see you on the next video.